Right, hi guys. Just came back home from work. I just do this podcast very quick before I get back home. Yep. Sorry, guys. So this podcast is about do you really have to be vegetarian or vegan to ascend? And the answer is no. No, not at all. Actually, I was really surprised because I thought because food, there is low vibrational food and high vibrational food. And well, I don't know if you heard about Bashar. There is a guy who's channeling on Bashar, okay? Well, it's an earthly name for a person. And this person knows a lot, okay, about spiritual awakening because he is a high vibrational being from a high vibrational dimension that we can more than 12, okay? And there is this guy who's channeling on him. There's lots of things. I think on TikTok, I haven't found it yet on YouTube. Maybe he has YouTube channel also. But many channeling is on TikTok. And it was really interesting one channeling that somebody told them that she was vegan and she got really sick and she had to go back and eat meat because she finished up in a hospital actually. And you have people all over the world, some of them saying that no, when you're vegan, you eat protein, beans, and things like that, and that gives you enough. You don't need to eat meat, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? First, two things you need to understand. One thing, eating a meat, you kill an animal, you cause pain to that animal. So many people do not eat meat. When you eat plant, you do exactly the same things, okay? Because plants are living beings also. Plants, when they taken out of the ground, it's exactly the same energy than killing an animal, okay? There is no difference, okay? So when you eat your vegetables and fruits and all kind of things, actually you cause pain the plants exactly the same way. Then you cause pain to an animal. It does not change anything. It's the same energy. Okay? So if you are vegan or vegetarian, just because you don't want to cause pain to an animal, well, you do exactly the same things to other plants. Okay? And after some people laugh on it, but plants are living beings just like animals. They communicate. They get their own feelings, also their own way. So practically you cause a pain to a plant, okay, when you are eating it. But when you look at the vibration of the food, evident that plants are much more high vibrational food than meat. Second thing that needs to be cleared up is some of you are coming from ancestors who were made to eat only plants. So your body genetically is comfortable, happily to eat plants and never ever touch meat in your whole life, okay? You won't develop any sickness. Actually, you will thrive if you become vegetarian or vegan. There are people, there are humans who genetically not designed to eat just vegetables, excuse me, but they need meat. So guys, I need to drink time to time. So when you are ascending, actually Dolores talk about this also, you don't have to stop eating meat, but for example red meat is really heavy energetically. So pork and beef, you can stop and eat, for example, fish and chicken, for example, okay, poultry, um, and reduce the amount, okay, because come on, how shall I put this? It will pull down a bit the body, but it's not that you have to stop totally, okay. Actually, you need to listen to your body. Because when you ascend, you get a certain point when your body will become a crystalline body, and it will draw all the energy it needs from ether. It's not you who decide. It's not you who decide, oh, I go vegan, I stop eating meat, I reduce even the fruit and the vegetables, and I will meditate and get food from ether. No, you can't do it. Your body will transform into a crystalline body, and it takes time. Huh? So we talk about the shifting of the 5D earth. You need to understand, some people say it's happening now, it's happening now. Yes, it started, but it's still not complete. It might be complete in 2 months, it might be complete in a year, it might be complete in 3 years. We don't know the timing, okay? So I think you should continue ascending, but you have to still live in a 3D. And with 5D ascension, what is good is you manifest much more easier, okay? And you should take advantage of that. But I get back to the alimentation. So as we ascend, your body cellular level will change. More and more, your body and your genetic makeup and your cells will look like a crystalline body, actually, because when we will shift into a 5D earth, that's what we will have, actually, or similar to that. And when you have this body ready, and many of us will only have it when we will be already 100% shifted to the 5D earth, okay? And when we shift in a 5D earth, we won't have to eat, because the food, our energy supply will come from ether. Our body will be capable to extract energy from there. It will be a bit like Pleiadians. Okay, this podcast is for spiritual people. You don't believe in this, you don't need to listen it, okay? This is for entertainment purposes, for legalism. Those who knows what I'm talking about, for them it's reality. For those who does not believe in it, it's just a tale. That's why I'm obliged to say legally that this is only entertainment purposes, okay? Already there are many people watching my channel, or watched my channel, who made fun of tarots, okay? It's their problem. You come here just because I don't know why. It's your problem, okay? Don't you dare to go and start a legal case or call a psychiatrist, because you can call it on yourself also, especially if you're Catholic, okay? Because in Catholic religion, there are lots of ridiculous shit. People should be locked up in, if we take it like 3D things, not spiritual things, okay? And in every religion, there are things that other people who are not in that religion do not understand. And spirituality is the same thing. 5D earth shifting is only spiritual people can understand, and especially light workers. You don't. If you are not a light worker, you are not a spiritual, don't criticize it, because I can make fun of your Catholic habitude in your church, because it's ridiculous also, if I look at it like that. But I don't do it because I tolerate it, because I'm a person who fan of democracy and respecting the human right. And when you respect the human right, you respect people's belief system, okay? So I'm talking to here a divine feminine, divine masculine, who are spiritual, okay? So you need to understand, when we will shift in a 5D earth, our body will change on a cellular level. We look like a bit like a crystalline body. and that body will be able easily extract energy from ether. Your body will on a certain level keep the capacities what they have on earth. For example, Pleiadians can manifest themselves um, on 3 day, and they can eat, they can drink, um, anything actually what we do, but they don't need to, because their body capable to extract from ether energy. So our body will be a bit similar. You will be able to go on maybe for years or for very long time without food, but if you want to eat, you can. Okay, so you need to keep this in mind. And yeah, so you need to understand, until your body is not ready, the cellular changes did not happen, and you force this shifting in a food, you make yourself sick. Okay, so that's why you should listen to your body. If your body is not ready, then not ready. I remember there was like 3 or 4 months I could not stand meat. I don't know why. I could not eat meat. And it's been 1 month, I just go nuts for chicken and sometimes even red meat. And I have to have it. I just don't know why. And actually I checked my iron level was very low, so I needed lots of iron that actually in a huge amount we can find in red meat. Probably that's why I had cravings. But my ancestors might be coming from a race where they were made to eat meat. Okay, and when is that the case, you can't force on yourself something that you are not, your body is not. So you can reduce the meat intake, like once or twice a week, or as you want, because it's still a low vibrational food. But you can't cut it out, because on long term you can get really sick. Okay, especially when you cut out everything absolutely. When you go for meat eaters eating everything, grains and everything, and you become vegan, your body can't follow it. It's just impossible. It's really difficult, and you can get really, really sick. What you can do that is really useful for the human body to heal is to go regularly. I don't know, once every 2-3 months or once a month. It depends how you tolerate it, on a fast. I mean a full fast. I mean drink water and nothing else for 1, 2, or 3 days. Maybe you can start with 1 day, and after the next month do 2 days or 3 days. Learn about it, because when you go on a water fasting, there is a preparation to do, and when you come off, also a preparation. You can't burden your digestion system, so you could stay healthy. You need to learn about it. Okay, fasting is really important. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding a baby, please don't do that. Okay, don't do that, because again, you prive yourself. Breastfeeding is really tiring, because you give your energy to the baby, okay, through the milk. And when you do fasting, actually you will have less life force, less energy, um, and it could put the baby in danger, okay, even yourself, because you will be too weak. Okay, so if you're breastfeeding or you are pregnant, when you're pregnant you can't do it, because the baby is taking every important nutrition that they need to build up their own body from you. Okay, so what you will end up, you will have problem with your bones or your teeth or whatever, you don't want to. Okay, so what I'm saying, you have to be really realistic uh, about this nourisher, I mean, the food. Okay, when you have a real spiritual gift, I believe the food does not affect it, okay? Of course, if you drink Coca-Cola all the time, and shitty foods like that or drinks, yeah, it will have effect even if you are not spiritual, okay? But you fancy once in a lifetime, once a month, a glass of Coca-Cola or something like that, don't kill yourself for it, okay? Anyway, on earth there are so many poison we eat and we breathe in. Honestly, you cut out all this shit. Well, it's a change. It's a big change, but still you will have lots of poison going into your body because have humanity destroyed Earth. Okay, so there is poison practically everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. You sit in a car, practically everything release poison. You go in your house, inside your house, there is lots of poison that you breathe in, that you touch, what you eat, the water, what you drink. You go in your garden, what you breathe in, and all kind of things. Even in a soil, there is lots of pesticide. Even if you don't use pesticide, there is lots of pesticide almost everywhere in the soil on earth, because for many years they use so much that it got diluted. It's everywhere in the soil, okay? So please be really realistic with your diet, okay? Because diet, well, has nothing to do with ascension. Because as you will ascend, as you will shift into 5D, your body automatically will change and you automatically will stop eating stuff, okay? And as I told you, we will have a body a bit look like the Pleiadians body, that you can, what is it? You can, sorry, I find my earrings. You can just live on ether, but if you want, you can eat also. Okay, so that will be a bit like that. That's why it's important you understand. So these two important things I wanted to clarify, because I pick up on this energy actually in this coven, actually who hates me. I pick up many of you has health issues because you're not eating normally. Because some idiot bitch put it in your head that you have to be vegan, you have to starve to be spiritual. This is a bullshit. Maybe when you ascend, a period of time when you ascend, source want you to do fasting or not to eat meat for 1 or 2 months or something like that. You understand? For me, I had 2 months, I think, or 3, I don't remember, a bit more than 2 months. I could not stand eating meat. And now I go nuts. I have to eat. If not, I have cravings, and I have to. So you need to understand if your body, how your body build up first, and second, that it has nothing to do with ascension, because as you will ascend, and at the end everybody will be same in a 5D earth, because there we will have a body that is crystalline like angelic, or call it as you want. So we will be a bit look like, we will have a bit like the body of the Pleiadians. So they can feed on ether if they want, but they can eat normal food also if they want, okay? And the other thing is, it's horrible when you kill an animal to eat it, but you do the same thing with the plant. Because plant can't feel. Plant is exactly as humans or animals. They are living beings. They have the way to communicate with each other. They have the way to feel. They have the way to have pain. They have pain. Just look at a tree. When you hurt the trunk of the tree, these liquidy things come out. That is represent the pain that the tree feels. Okay, when you cut out of the tree, like practically you kill the tree. Okay, so you cause exactly the same pain than you cause to an animal when you kill that animal. This is something you need to think about it, because people think, oh, that this is a plant, it doesn't matter, it does not hurt the plant. Well, not in a way that you think, because they has different nervous system, different setup in their structure than human body, but they do feel pain. They have feelings. If you check out on YouTube, there is a guy, a scientist guy, actually, who has some build up some device he attached to plants, and he can measure the communication of the plants, because they release um, chemical compounds with the leaves or petals or whatever plant it is. They release a chemical compound according their feeling of what they want to communicate. And this guy can measure it, and top of that, transformed it into sounds that we can hear. And it is amazing, the music actually, when you hear these plants like playing music with these chemical compounds, when it's translated into noise, what we can hear. So it's very, very interesting. This is a scientist guy. This is not a spiritual guy at all. He is a 3D guy, scientist, atheist, okay? And works with plants. And this is really interesting. If I will find it, but maybe I think I already put it up a year ago or 2 years ago on my community site. You eat fruits and vegetables, you do the same thing when what you do with animals. So if that's the reason why you are vegan or vegetarian, because you don't want to hurt animal, well, you will hurt plants, okay? So I don't know about other shamans, but my uh, shaman mentor, but he taught me, but because he went according the ancient shamans, if they had to kill an animal to eat, actually they did a ritual to ask Mother Gaia that we need to nourish ourselves, we need energy, so we have to take the life of an animal. And they ask forgiveness for it. And also they give thanks to the animal spirit that they feeding the entire village, okay? Because sometimes it was a buffalo, a huge animal, they killed. And they dried the meat, and it's lasted many months for the entire village. But spiritually, they try to fix the pain what they caused, because they did not have the knowledge to take energy from ether. They had to take from somewhere. So when you kill an animal or a plant, you take the energy from Gaia. So the shaman knows what I'm talking about. You need to give thanks, and you have to ask it that if you can take the life of the plants, you can take the life of the animal to eat it. And after, you have to thank to the spirit of the plants or the spirit of the animal also. That's what I was taught to do that. After, again, time to time I go to McDonald's. I come home so late. I'm so hungry. I don't have time cooking. So I go to McDonald's and buy food, and it's shit food. I know it is, but I don't have time, okay? And sometimes I don't have time to do shopping, or I know people breaking in my house, so I don't want to keep anything in the fridge. So I'm not telling you something what I don't do, okay? Because, but there is time when I really try to detox. I mean, I don't eat crap like that. I really cook. I really try to cut out every chemical compounds that you can find in McDonald's food, for example, or ready-made foods or conserves. But there are days that I don't have a choice, because if not, I will never get to eat, and I'm really hungry. Excuse me. I have a hiccup. I need to drink. So But ideally, if you can do, you can cook for yourself halfly meals, that is better. But again, you cut out lots of chemical compounds that is poison, but you can't cut out all. So I don't believe, I mean, we live on Earth on 3D. It's a really poisonous era. You can't avoid, you just can't avoid poisoning yourself because you will have, only you can reduce the quantity of poison that your body absorbs. Okay, but poisons are everywhere. We fucked up Earth. Humans fucked up Earth. And now the poisons are everywhere. You can't avoid it, even if you eat pure all the time. And maybe there's only way to avoid it to go off grid somewhere in a mountain, and you cultivate your vegetables and fruits there. You have a few animals there, and you live on that, because there in the mountain there is lots of trees. There are lots of trees. The air will be pure. But still, the rain, when the rain will fall, I'm telling you, the rain is full with poisonous shit. And you can't avoid that because that comes from every corner of Earth. But I think that is the purest place to live and a purest way to detoxify your body. But not everybody can live like that. Be honest, none of us can, or just very, very few. And what you do is just reduce the amount of poison what you're taking in. Okay. Uh, so that's, I wanted to make it clear, because that you torture yourself, you get sick because your body not made to be vegan or vegetarian, and you get sick. Those people who are not made to be vegan and vegetarian will get sick with this diet. Those whose ancestors were living like that will thrive with this diet. They will be healthy. They will live really well, and they won't get any sickness. Okay. After, I'm just a story. My grandfather, when I was little, I went with him. We had vineyards, and he took me with him up to the vineyards to pick up the grapes, and he spent all day there. And actually, if he didn't go there, he had lots of land, and he had lots of, well, it was a farm, okay? And every day, my grandfather took a huge, big chunk of lard. I mean, fatty shit. I mean, it's like almost all fat. A piece of bread that my grandmother made. It was in a way that this bread, I don't understand why we don't do that today anymore, because they don't use yeast. It's like a dough that she always kept close to the fireplace. And she took it every time when she made the dough for the bread. And after the bread was ready, she took out the dough and mixed it with this and put it back to the close to the fireplace. And after she cooked it outside, there was like a kind of four, look like a bit, today we call it like a pizza four. And that bread, I guarantee you, after 2 weeks, it was still very good and soft and delicious. And that lasted long time, that bread. I just don't know why we have to use today yeast. And with yeast, when you make a bread, next one day, and it's gone, it's already getting too hard. So are you kidding? After 4 days, it's like a stone. You can even kill somebody with it. That's the bread today, okay? But anyway, that was the bread my grandfather ate. And a peeled onion. And he ate the onion like an apple, bite it and eat it with the lads. But when I examined, my grandmother never ever cooked with oil. It was always with fat. She even put fat in the cake. So, and everybody was thin in my family. Huh? I was thin also. So, you need to understand that my grandfather never ever had any sickness, but because he was smoking with the pipe, I think, I don't know how old he was, 85 or 90 years old, when he died of lung cancer because of the smoking. But for 85, 90 years old, during those lifetime, he never ever been in a hospital. He never ever caught any cold. He never ever had any cold. Huh? Maybe when he was little, he was healthy. You know, his body was made up to eat meat, to eat lots of fatty shit, and he was fine with it. He was healthy with it and thin. Okay. Now, there are people who are made to eat fruits and vegetables, and they are fine with that. But if you are not made like that, you are made like my grandfather, you will get sick with a vegan and vegetarian diet. While the other person who's made, I mean, they genetically adapted to that lifestyle, they will thrive on it and they will never get sick. So that's why you need to be really reasonable. Because when you hear people saying that, oh, nobody gets sick, so then you're doing something wrong, blah, blah. No, if your body is not made for the diet, you will get sick because your body made them way they can't get all the nutrition just from vegetables and fruits, but they need at least a small amount of meat or fish or something, protein, okay? There are people like me like that. Me, I'm like that, okay? I can go without meat for a few months, huh? But after I can feel I need to have it because, not because something is missing, but I start getting sick, I'm not well, and I eat a bit of meat and after 1 or 2 weeks, I'm fine. Because my body is made like that. And my body will adapt just like yours or anyone else who's ascending. Then we will go totally shift into the 5D Earth. That didn't happen yet. It might happen in a year, 2 years, 3 years, who knows, or a few months. But when we will be on a 5D Earth, our body will adapt. But for that, you need to understand it's your body who will change alone. You can't induce this change in your body. Okay, you can't tell your body that, okay, you don't eat fruits, you don't eat meat, you eat just fruit and vegetables because we are ascending and you become vegan. You can't, especially if genetically you are programmed to eat meat. Okay, so Dolores talk about this, Basha talk about this also, that you can continue eating meat but reduce the amount and try to eat a white meat or fish or something like that. Okay, and when you will be in a 5D Earth, your body will change into crystalline body or similar to it, that is like angelic body, like Pleiadians, that you can extract energy from the ether, but you can still eat if you want. Okay, so you have to be really realistic. I don't know how to describe this, because you want to ascend to 5D Earth, but you kill yourself with a vegan diet, you will never arrive. You know what I mean? It's if you really want to be really, really spiritual, listen to source, because I believe sometimes, especially when you ascend, it's good to do some fasting. Okay, and if you do, as I told you, because you are afraid that the animal will have pain, but the plants has pain also. It's measured, and it's scientific. People who are actually atheists and not spiritualists, and they really just concentrate on the 3D reality, proved it that the plants can feel. And they feel pain just like animals, just like humans. So when you eat your fruits and vegetables, you cause pain to the plants also. To fix that spiritually, I talk about what my shaman mentor taught me, that you need to communicate with Gaia because you take energy from Gaia. Okay, because Gaia provides animals and the plants to have a connection with Gaia, to have a spiritual exchange, a thanksgiving, and asking that you need that food. And after, you have to fix with the spirit of the animal and the spirit of the soul. This is shamanic things. You don't have to do it. I don't do it all the time, I'm telling you, and I'm a shaman. So, but whenever I can, I do. But this is like a spiritual exchange, and the gratitude. Gaia is a person, and when you respect somebody, and when you give your gratitude also, it's like your wife cooks for you every evening, and for 1 year, for 2 years, for 10 years, for 20 years, and 30 years, and one day she will be fucking fed up and threw that things on the floor or on the table that that's it, I had enough for cooking for you. You never ever say even thank you, you know? And it only takes, even if you don't do it all the time, just say, I'm so grateful that you cook for me. And you cook so well. I'm so well kept because you are with me. And, just to show gratitude time to time. And I guarantee you, your wife will cook for you with much more joy. It's the same thing with Gaia. Okay, when you take the plants, when you take the fruits, when you take the that's why, for example, lots of tradition, Thanksgiving, for example, when there is a harvest, you do a party. Man, I mean, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, the peasants did a party to give thanks, whatever they believed, for the what they could harvest. And that's coming from there. When you give thanks to Gaia for providing food, that food is energy for your body, So that is spiritually, you fix that. And it's the same thing when you have to eat an animal, you fix it with Gaia and you fix it with the spirit of the animal. Do you understand? But that is senseless when somebody eat 5 kilo meats a day. That is too much, huh? And that is not normal. Okay, so you have to be wise and listen to your body, because that is something you're exploiting too much, Mother Gaia. Okay, you have to eat proportionally and normally. That is not a normal diet when you eat meat for breakfast and for lunch and for dinner, and when you have a snack time, you get your dried meat bits also. So practically all the time you're eating meat. That is not normal either, even if you're genetically programmed like that. Okay. Well, I just wanted to clarify this, because I talked to recently somebody who was really sick, and she's vegan, and she does not want to eat meat. She does not. She's killing herself. She does not understand. And I explained to her. So I show her Bashar and also Dolores. They are both, Dolores is a spiritual teacher. Bashar is channeling on this entity. Well, people say alien, who's actually teaching humans. And knows that this alien is high vibrational, so more than 12D. This alien has a crystalline body. Okay, there are lots of people are channeling on aliens and giving messages on Earth. Not just Bashar, Ilya. There's other people. Excuse me, guys, I'm getting tired. So they give lots of wisdom to us, what we don't have because we are not free there. Okay, it's like ancient wisdom. Okay, and he said also the same thing, and Dolores also, and Dolores teach really well about the 5D shifting. And for example, I just told you what she's saying, not to eat red meat, but fish or white meat, and not every day, or not all the time. After, you have to know your own body, listen to your own body. When you had trauma in your body, you have to heal it, because this process between you and your body, the connection is destroyed. So you won't heal your own body. So it's very important, because when you learn to hear your own body, your body can tell you, for example, oh, I don't have enough iron. Please eat food with iron. For example, sometimes you have cravings for chocolate. You will know you have a cravings for chocolate or sugar when you eat dark chocolate. If the dark chocolate will satisfy you, then you have iron cravings. If it not, you craving sugar, not chocolate, not iron, okay? So that is not important. Your body does not need sugar. So, because in cocoa there's lots of iron, for example. Or I remember I was pregnant with my first son, and I could not eat anything else but strawberry. I don't know why. I don't know why. And my husband was really nice. He just bought me kilo and kilo the strawberry. I didn't eat anything else. And it was like 1 or 2 months like that. And that was later on I checked that was the period of the time when a baby's bone structure is building. And I had milk intolerance. I could not take like milky products. And I don't know why I was craving for that strawberry. And I checked it out that the plants, that fruits plants, in France, for example, the strawberry has one of the most highest quantity of calcium in it. And that's why I was craving it. And I was not craving meat. I was not craving, I mean, I could not take dairy products because I vomited. So I ate lots of strawberries, and that's how my son was formed in my body because he took it the calcium from the strawberry. So you need to learn and listen to your body. But you should, like with the kids, when a kid says, "Oh, I can't eat the dinner, but I could eat some bonbon in French, jelly beans," then your kids is lying to you, okay? So when your body is asking for sugar, you don't need sugar, okay? Sugar you don't need. If your body needs scratch, sometimes scratch is French, like potatoes or rice, sometimes you need it because there's B vitamin in it attached to it that is really difficult to find in other fruits and maybe green vegetables has, but in rice, for example, or potatoes has a lot. But as I told you, if you fancy chocolate, you give yourself dark chocolate. I mean, that is almost without sugar. You eat it, it satisfies you. That means your body wanted iron. If not, it's sugar. So you have to learn all these things about your body, and also the pain. We live in a culture when pain is seen something really bad. So you go to the doctor, you say you have pain in your tummy, pain in your leg, and you get straight away a painkiller. And it's not right. It's not right because the pain, that is like a reaction in the body to show you something is wrong. Actually, it's not the problem itself, but a symptom. A clignotant in French, we would say. When you want to turn with the car and you put this lamp on that is flashing, so you want to turn right or left, the indication. Pain is indication, okay? It's indicate that something is wrong with your body. So then you have to listen to your body and find what's wrong with it, okay? And when you get older and older, you will learn that there is difference between pain and pain. What does that pain means? Is it an inflammation? Is it an injury? There is something really acute there. If there's something really acute, maybe you need to go and ask the doctor to do investigation, radio is French again, X-ray or ultrasound or I don't know, a scanner, but the doctor knows, normally we human designed to be able to analyze ourselves like that. Do you understand? So today that is lost today. My grandmother could do it. My grandfather could do it. My mom no. My mom already lost it. But we all lost it. And we have to go back and reconnect with our own body. Because when you do that, you will notice if there is some problem. When you have PCOS, is it a PCOS pain or I have cancer? Because this is two different pain. The cancer give different pain than just a PCOS and condition or something like that. Do you understand? And we have the capacity to analyze this. But if you take the paracetamol, today they give opioids, dose, huge dose for a little headache. Um, you might take the opioids for the headache you have, and you have an aneurysm, and you don't even know it. You know. So this is really, really interesting how we are designed and how we lost the connection with our own body. And I think that's what we need to find again. And when you spiritual, this is essential. This is essential. And when you shift into the 5D earth, with that, that you know your body, you will notice the changes, the cellular changes, and automatically your body uh, won't have how shall I put this? They won't have the essential cravings for meat, for this, for the rice, or the potato, or it will just disappear. But some of us will disappear only on a 5D earth. Okay, so be logical and realistic on 3D, and connect with your own body. This is really important because your body can teach you, can lead you what's wrong and how you can heal yourself, and give out really interesting informations. Really interesting information. In England, I used to live in a flat, and I don't know why I had always this inner voice told me that move from here, move from here, move from here. And I didn't understand why. I just didn't know. And I rented another flat after. And actually, one of my friends moved there. And in the 2 years, she developed lung cancer. And actually, she found out that there was something when they built a house, there was something in the air that caused lung cancer. Okay? So your body can tell you. In that time, I was not spiritual, okay? So I was Christian, but it was like my body. It's like when I was pregnant with my first son, the strawberry. I had to have the strawberry. Okay, you say the pregnant woman fancy things, okay? But it was really, I ate every day 1 kilo strawberry or something like that. Actually, you need a huge amount to get the calcium, and it was the same in England, that I had to move out from that flat, and I didn't understand why. I did not understand why. And that's why, because my lungs was telling that, no, it's not good. This environment is not good for you. You have to get out of there. And I remember all my life, my body I had a connection with my body like that. And it's really interesting. So if you don't have this connection with your body, start building it out. Listen. You have a pain, you have a discomfort. What is it? Where is it coming from? What type of pain? Why do you crave the things you crave? Why do you crave salt? When you crave salt, it's usually not the salt what you crave, but there is some, what is it called? Oh gosh, sorry guys, I'm getting tired. But there is in a natural salt, there are nutritions that your body needs. Like if you take refined salt that has iod in it, that has really bad effect on the human body. It destroys the kidney. But if you take this natural salt, like a Himalayan rose salt, or what is important, real salt, without cleansing, without bleaching, without adding iod, if you eat the natural salt, this natural salt will never harm your kidney, unless if you eat 1 kilo per day, okay? But that actually has nutritions in it that lost in a bleaching method, because with bleaching, they take it out, okay? So the natural salt, when you use it in your food, actually beneficial for you. It's almost like medication. Okay. This is a really interesting things like that. If you want to learn about this, check out. There's lots of things on YouTube you can learn. Um, Charlotte Gasson, I learned a lot from her. And well, I saw it. I didn't learn it from her. I think there was someone else, but doesn't matter. There are lots of material on YouTube, or you can buy books and listen to your body also. But don't go nuts with it so you make your own body sick with a diet. Please don't do that, guys. There's no point. Somebody's killing themselves, starving themselves to death because they want to be spiritual. You have to be in a psychiatric ward for that. Not that is not normal, huh? That is not normal, huh? Be rational, but at the same time you can listen to your body because our body designed to tell us if something is wrong with it, and it can heal itself. Okay, you just have to support the healing process. Give that what it needs. Like it's been more than 500 years we poisoning Earth. So the human body got used to the poison in a certain level. Okay? After your body can neutralize and transmute certain poison. It's like a cancerous cells. You have cancerous cells every day in your body. And there is millions of it. And your immune system neutralizes it. Okay? It does not develop into cancer. So the meme show sorry guys, it's a mix of French and English. I'm really tired now, but I will finish very soon. It's the same method, okay? That you support your immune system. Okay, someone fucking up my speak. Okay, you support your immune system, and when it's healthy and strong, it will filter out cancerous cells, so you won't get cancer. It doesn't matter if you live in a poisonous environment. Of course, if it's really intense, like in this flat, it was very intense. I had to leave from there, and I didn't know why, actually. I regret it because if I would have known, I would have told this person not to move there, but I didn't know it, you know. So it's interesting. You need to learn about yourself and your body because they can teach you. I'll let you go now, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care.